Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and beautiful Keenan City, nestled beneath the pine trees. The home of the North Carolina Tar Heels, fired up and ready for this energized battle. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Nittany Lions will kick this deep to start us off. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the return will be brought down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The shotgun handoff here. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. We'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. And they heave it deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Chris, they don't hit this pass, but I love the approach here as a play caller. Taking a shot and being aggressive. Getting that ball downfield. Stretching that defense. Try to keep those safeties back. It can open up other aspects of your offense.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time. Allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
And the Tar Heels will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the first possession. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Back to pass. It's Owens. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's going to take off. And a nice gain there in the scramble. He saw an opening and tried to get there with his legs.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target and overthrowing it.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on third down? Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
The offense needs 10 yards on this fourth down to keep the drive going. Quick completion to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. There's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Penn State.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Back to throw. It's Owens. Makes the grab on the move. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the returner, but they create the turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And a first down right back to the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end. It shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Defense is coming after him. Ball carrier tackled there. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And a sophomore making an impact play. That time it's the free safety getting home on the blitz to blow it up.
But he had a long way to go, and it's a bit of a risk, because obviously the free safety is the last line of defense on these long pass plays. And he's coming after that quarterback, and he's got to make sure he gets home quickly to make the play on the QB. Otherwise, you're at risk of giving up a big play through the air. Great job there in timing that up.
He's got it. Enough for a first down. They stop him with a 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we are scoreless.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Ball handed off. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Tar Heels will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Using his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the Tar Heels looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Keeping it on the ground here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Hamilton. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. And the Tar Heels line it up with 1st and goal. And the call is a quarterback sneak. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC.
Hey, it's 1st and goal. Why wait? Go with the sure thing. Let that quarterback get behind his line, push his way in for the touchdown.
Now the important point after attempt. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Bringing it out, it's Martin. And he's brought down at the 16, looking better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. And looking to throw now on 1st down. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ass. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Looking to pass. It's Owens. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
That completion makes it second and medium. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's caught. Nice pitch and catch. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
First down and goal. Can the defense force a field goal and keep the lead at halftime? Handoff here from the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
See if they can convert the point after. And there's the point after.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Set to advance on the football.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover. Touchdown, Penn State. A fumble return for 6.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare if you're a quarterback. They bring the blitz. He doesn't recognize it. Ball goes on the ground. Defense does a great job of picking this thing up. That's exactly what they hope for. Catch the quarterback off guard. It works out, and it gets them a touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point makes the lead 14-7. Now they get set to kick it away.
North Carolina, 7.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Escapes the pocket. Tough to show by the sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself. And the Tar Heels will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Looking to throw it on first down. Launching it. The pass is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. Out past the 30. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. And there's the handoff. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Back to pass. It's Owens. Quick throw to the left. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This passing game is on fire today. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
PHC is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. It's a squib kick. It's going to be fielded by one of the up men. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to make the crucial recovery.
Trying it